I guarantee you guys don't. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Hello. Technical problems, you know how they are.
Well, I see. Yeah, we're back. We're back for real.
Yep.
For realsies, I promise.
All right.
Then let us just go. We can just grab pillows and blankets. We don't need much else, right? At least for right now.
Yes. Well, yes. Well, sure.
I mean, it's not. It will not be the best night, but it won't be the worst. There's still wine.
Well, let us go then. Up. We will be back. Just stay safe, Oberon.
Oh, can you
Okay.
light the candle first?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you need my magic fingers. Yes.
What was that about not using any of those tonight? Is that the noise you always make when you light? When you use your magic fingers?
I mean, we can.
I will not comment on this.
And the card that you pulled.
Yep. It's the 2 of clubs.
Okay. And
No, not clubs. Spades. Sorry.
oh, spades. It'll take a second attempt, but it'll work.
Okay.
Most importantly, do you make the sound the second time you do so also? Oh, there we go. Second time the shot.
Just as long as you're really all right. You just sit here and feel better, right? And she's kind of like checking your forehead as she does so.
I'm not feverish. My bones hurt.
Have another drink. It's about all we can do right now. As soon as we get out of here, I'll help you feel better.
As you are upstairs rummaging through the bedrooms, you will see out the west windows, as you're in one of those bedrooms, that the Zeppelin is mostly inflated. And leaning against the building on what looks like a number of blankets and a crate is Carolina. She has 4 bottles of wine.
Wait, what?
Leaning on.
Yeah.
You said leaning on, not laying on.
Leaning against the building, so kind of like propped up, like her back is leaning against the building and she's sitting on this crate that's covered in blankets.
Do the windows open?
We should
Yeah.
probably go speak to her. She did not look in a great place.
All right. I won't yell out the window then. She'll grab as many blankets and pillows as she can find up here and bring them downstairs to Oberon.
I can't tell you how much I just want to throw them at Oberon. Like, my entire being just wants to be like, here you go, Oberon. Oh, unnecessarily cruel, but it would be so funny. But I won't do it, I promise. Maybe a pillow.
Yeah, and then you'll throw it, and the Contessa will catch it like right in front of him and like, here, sit down and lie down on this, and
Never have any fun.
we can have fun. We'll have so much fun with this later. You don't even want to know.
We have found Carolina. However, she seems to be in a place at the moment, maybe. We're just gonna go speak to her. Just stay safe and get comfortable. If you can. And drink more brandy. That'll make you feel much better.
And if it doesn't make you feel better, at least it'll help you go to sleep, and then you won't be, in pain. One of those 2 things will happen.
All right. More brandy then.
Just don't cast anything while you're drinking, because that's...
Cast responsibly.
Exactly.
Do not cast under the influence.
Don't drink and cast. It would be bad. All right. Let's go check on Carolina and see about getting out of here. Yes?
Mhm.
As soon as possible.
Let us do so. With our candle. At hand.
As you make your way outside to where Carolina is, you can see that 2 of the bottles are empty already as she's nursing the third.
No, it seems we got the party started early.
The Zeppelin has fully inflated.
It is.
Do you want to fly at night?
It was for night. But Santi, it cannot sit up straight. Do not know if we can all fit in it.
That's what the blankets are for. Lay them down in the back.
How much have you imbibed?
Not enough.
That's a true statement. So the overkill was you?
I wouldn't say over.
Ah. Was it a good vendetta?
Not good enough.
Hmm.
But are they ever?
It really depends. Usually killing ruins the vendetta too quickly. You need to be slower and...
Mm. The light was blinking out. There was no time for slower.
Are you focused? Or has the vendetta been all you can think about?
Vendetta wasn't something I thought about at all until
It became so.
yeah. Remember the village I mentioned? And the shapeshifter?
I do.
You asked me if I'd ever known of a shapeshifter. I said yes. Promethean Society had run across one in a small village. It was my family's village. How long that thing was living as my sister, I'll never know.
But you have vengeance, no? Right?
Right.
And you can pray for her soul.
She never received proper burial because we never knew that she was dead. We just thought that she disappeared.
Well, now you know. And you know a priest will be happy to help you with that, I'm sure.
Possibly, if I can tear him away from his own predilections.
I'm not going to touch that one. If not, I've got a couple cousins who are priests, one who's half a... No, you don't want to deal with him. He's... No, you don't want that one. I've got a couple others.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Out of curiosity, of the three of us, can any of us fly that thing?
Can I fly that thing? I don't think I think of education, but nah, I don't think so.
I don't know if there's anything I haven't been able to drive.
Preferably without crashing this time?
Her feet over the side of the crate and tries to stand up.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Tonight is for drinking and morning. Tomorrow, we can head off on a new day.
Why? This thing's built for night. Why not use it now?
Oh, because then what will happen to the fourth bottle?
They can come with me. And she picks it up and then scoops up the blankets.
Ooh, all right. Can you walk a straight line?
Who needs to walk a straight line? There are no roads in the sky. She kind of staggers her way toward the Zeppelin.
Nope. Shove her, like, somewhere.
Yep. The only person who can carry Santi is very hurt. And I am not carrying that boy.
Oh.
Also, Josette is in the phase, and I would like to see who would return.
Josette is in the what?
He apparently went through the portal and decided to entertain the Fae.
Okay.
Oh. Well, there's that.
Sobering up?
She'll elbow the latch, the handle for the latch, and it pops open a little bit, and she kicks the door open. Enough. She cranes her neck.
All right. Well, you can't have that fourth bottle, and she'll like take it from her until after we're back at the Rodriguez, Don Fernando,
Yeah.
with Lord Marquez.
Lord Marquez? That's fine. And she'll drink from the third bottle that she hadn't finished yet, and then turn and hand it to you and say, you should probably finish that one yourself.
All right. Come inside.
Slancha, do your health. You go. Let's go get the other guests, and we can go. We get that.
She has 3 bottles of wine in here. I am not getting in that Zeppelin.
Ugh. I have no idea what you're talking about.
That is very obvious.
Come. We need...
If I was on a road, the car would have never crashed. I won't be on a road, so no worry about crashing.
Well,
That is a very illogical statement.
you said the words in the wrong way. You know, let us tell you about what we have found out.
And she continues like loading the Zeppelin with the stuff that she had pulled out of the cellar.
And I am looping my arm around her and walking with her towards the house.
And as soon as Isolina and Carolina turn around, the Contessa's just going to knock her in the back of the head.
I swear to God.
You'll notice that she, though wobbly, her center of gravity is solid.
Oh. Well, then she might not knock her in the head if she notices that.
Turning her does not actually work. She just kind of looks at you and says, let me finish. You can collect the boys. Santi, if you drag him by his shoulders, his feet won't care if they're on the ground.
I do not know if you can feel my arms as they are wrapped around you, but they are not made for carrying anybody.
Well, most of us weren't made for anything, but we find a way.
That is a true statement. All right. Well, let's see.
Well, then you are carrying Oberon.
I'm carrying the mage. What happened to him? Did he pass out?
He is just being very, you know how he
It's
is.
men in pain. It doesn't matter how much pain it is. It's always about how much worse it is for them than it is for us. Anytime.
Understood.
But he is actually hurt, so we should be concerned about them in small amounts.
Fair enough.
But we don't listen to him whining, because then he won't actually tell us what's actually wrong.
She'll look at one of her rings and she'll flip it open. And she'll dip her pinky nail in it and then close it. Let's go take care of this mess.
Were those drugs?
Was she drunk and now doing coke and going to fly a zeppelin? Because I'm all for that.
Does cocaine even exist in this timeline?
Yes, it does, actually. And it's legal.
Yeah, this time it was legal.
In powder
And
form? I
And,
thought,
and prescribed by doctors.
thought they came in liquid forms. Wait, was that cocaine? What was that?
A little pick me up. You have to find ways to make it through long days and worse nights when you are chasing the World Crime League.
There are so many things I could have done tonight. And yet here I am.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? You don't even need to sleep if you want a little bit of this.
Yeah, no.
It's okay, Carolina. In a couple of years, someone will invent something called speed, and that's even better.
Just no.
But I mean, if she's offering, I mean,
You,
it doesn't
no. If you've never done it before, we're not. No. An enclosed space the first time, not happening. And she just kind of looks at Carolina like,
She's probably right, but after we're done with wherever we're going, if you're not ready to sleep, just let me know. And she'll wander off back to the manor house to go collect Oberon.
all right, well, let's go get Santi. Iselina,
Yes.
this has now become in the top 10, top 15 of the most interesting nights I've had.
I'd say somewhere around there also. Let us go.
Wait till
I
you
was
spend
not
time with...
lying.
Huh?
I was gonna say I was not lying. These arms are not made for carrying, so.
No, it's okay. I'm sure between the two of us, we can at least drag him.
Oh, let's hope we don't do more harm than he already has.
That's why we need a doctor.
So, inside, Carolina will come in through the back door, look for where Oberon is.
Punch an elephant in the face.
She'll give Oberon a wink, and she's going to pick him up off the chair, scoop him up like a groom taking his bride across the threshold and walk him right out the back door without saying a single word.
Ow, ow, ow. Wow, you're strong. Everything hurts so bad.
I was warned you'd say that.
But that's because it does. You've seen what happened.
Well, yeah. The magic threw you into the floor because it didn't like you.
Yeah.
At least that's what it looked like from my end. Don't worry. I like you. And she gives you a squeeze. And she laughs.
Women, I swear.
Oh man.
Loading up the Zeppelin is uneventful. Is there any last minute actions anyone wants to do before they leave?
No. I will leave like some hay for the horse until we come get him later.
I'm assuming at some point, the authorities will be here, but we might want to tell a priest to come by.
Why?
An exorcism. Clean out anything that was left behind.
Oh my gosh. Italians? Okay. Sure. An exorcism.
You don't want... Let me tell you, you do not want to start living in the house where the bunch of people have been living before. My great aunt twice removed, she did that. It was a horrible experience. She ended up living with her mother-in-law, and there was just no end of the comments that were going. They just back and forth.
Yes, and an exorcism would solve all those problems, I'm sure.
Well, her mother-in-law was dead at the time, so it kind of did, actually.
As this conversation is happening,
Yeah, I think I'm starting the Zeppelin as this is happening.
Yeah. The Zeppelin starts to lift off, And there are four, like I said, there are four captain's chairs style seating in there, and then a cargo area behind them, where Santi is tucked in with the blankets and flanked on each side by a crate, so he cannot roll as they fly. Through the night sky, it's actually kind of beautiful and serene up here.
Oberon is nailed to his chair with his hands squeezing the armrests until his knuckles turn white. And he's quietly humming to himself.
You okay?
Oh, absolutely. There's, what, an inch of material between me and then, 20,000 feet and the ground.
Right? It's such a shame they didn't design windows up here. That would have been so nice.
You just see the Contessa just pick up one of the bottles and take a long drink and just go, mm-hmm.
No, there are windows.
Can I open the windows though?
Yeah, they're all portholes. We can't actually open them.
That's what I'm saying. It's such
Oh.
a shame. I know
Gotcha.
wind drag and all of that, but it would still be nice.
That's nice. I'll stay here.
Just like my head's just like as close to the window as possible, just looking around.
Beneath you, you'll see the dark shadows of the trees. Above you, if you look out and up, you'll see the night sky, starlit and moonlit. Glints of moonlight off the reflect off of the couple of the clasps that hold the underside of the balloon, but otherwise nothing reflects.
Oh man,
It's almost as if you've disappeared into the sky.
This is such a beautiful creation. Although it's still the window thing, I will definitely have to tell mother and father about that. It's such a shame.
Are we there yet?
Takes about 30 minutes.
The longest of my life.
As you start to descend, Carolina goes, front door or back door?
Where are we landing?
Probably the back door. More open space back there, it looks like.
I do not go through a back door. Where are we landing?
We can go through the front door. We have to land somewhere though. And the front
I
kind of
heard
conspicuous.
the two of you say something about De Salinas, so I assume that's where we were going.
Well, there's a phone there. We can call Lord Marquez. As long as we're on the ground. As soon as we're on the ground.
She'll turn to Selena and wink and say, so the back door it is then?
Absolutely.
I'm not going through that back door. You can try all you want. It's not going to happen.
And she lowers you into the beautiful garden in the back with a very soft thud.
No, we're gonna die.
Here, you need another drink.
I've hit bigger bumps than that on a road.
We literally crashed
Are we-
earlier tonight.
Are we on the
Yes,
ground?
because that
now?
ravine came out of nowhere.
You went flying in the car.
No,
Yes, we're on the ground. And she's going to the hatch and opening it.
it's just that this was my first time flying.
Never flown before?
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
I don't think I want to do it again. I'd
It's
rather
not my
portal.
It's not my preferred means of travel. I don't like it very much. Are you coming inside?
Definitely doing this again.
I'll stay and watch over Santi. Unless, of course, you need me.
Nope. Come on, Oberon. We have things to find, and you're the one to do it. And she'll kind of come up behind you and kind of push you out of the chair.
All right. I don't know how you did it, Isolina. I'm sure the view was marvelous from where you were.
Oh, it was. You could see everything. I could even see Venus up there. It was so beautiful.
Nice. All right. All right. We have to Find a bookcase, right? Find a bookcase.
Probably in the study is my bet. Ooh, Iselina, do you know Lord Marquez's it's in Don Fernando's phone number?
What is my education? Perception? Yes, I do. Absolutely. That is a number I probably would have remembered.
There's a phone in the coat closet.
Let us hope the line is still connected.
All right, Oberon, up the front steps.
But we're right there. The back entrance to the kitchen is right here.
What are you going to do to make it worth my while to go through a back door?
Contessa, there's a first time to everything.
Oh, there are plenty of reasons. But I don't sneak into places. It's how you end up being attracted by the cops and they ask you questions that are inappropriate. If you walk through a front door, then you're always invited.
When we
Well,
were
I
coming
invite
down
you to the kitchens.
to the wine cellar. When we were coming down, were there any cars or anything, any population around the Zelina's place? Or was it
No, not currently. You didn't see any sign of anyone here right now.
All right. You better make it work for my while later, though.
I will make it worth your while all you want.
Good.
just sit us here? I mean, the third wheel is so awkward. All right, let's go.
Don't worry, Selena.
What do you mean, do not worry? Not worried.
What do you mean third wheel? We're
Let's go.
There's not any wheels here. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You enter through the kitchen, or through the servants' entrance, and through the darker hallway into the kitchen. From the kitchen, you see you've got the stairs that go down into the basement, and then the doorway that goes into the servants' dining area, and then from there out into the hall, which you know of, and then you can go upstairs to the study, or you probably imagine there is a servant's stairway somewhere on this side if you'd rather.
Are the curtains drawn on the house?
Everything seems to be how you last saw it when you left. That was just 2 nights ago.
Well, more in the way
Last night.
Yeah, that was last
light
night.
light pollution.
There is some light streaming in. It's not pitch black.
Okay. All right. Just so there are no strange lights in the house that should be empty.
Nope.
I vote we go up the front stairs because we know where those are and we can find them more easily in the dark.
Yeah, let us go.
Okay.
and I was the whiner.
You make your way up the stairs into the study without incident.
All right. Well then, Oberon, have a seat.
No, wait. I might have crashed.
No, I still have it.
Everything looks...
Okay, so Godless Liar might have a problem.
Might need to refresh Godless Lawyer.
Yep. Okay, sorry about that. Keep going.
Yeah, Oberon, have a seat and maybe see if you can pull some of that fancy-dancy find things that aren't there kind of thing as we attack a bookshelf.
You want me to check if there's magic in the area?
Still.
Sure.
Yes. I mean, last time we were here, it was... You had that... I mean, I do not understand magic very well, but there was that weird thing that was here, and he had a lot of weird artifacts, one would say.
Mm-hmm.
I would not like to walk into another trap. Magic in the air, yeah.
All
There's
right.
that too.
Let me do my thing. And I'll cast Sense Magic.
Okay. Pull a card for me.
Yep. The king of clubs.
And
And sense magic is normally 8 of hearts.
hearts. Clubs. Okay. So you got the spell goes off, and it takes a little while. It's a little harder to pull magic again. You're not near any font of magic like you have been on multiple occasions in this particular position, and you craft the spell. The energy builds in your hands, and it extends up your hands and across your arms and engulfs your body for a moment before your senses tune in to the magic that's there. There's a strange tingling on your skin, like the hairs on the back of your neck standing up, like something just isn't right. And oddly enough, Isolina and the Contessa, Lucrezia, you both also feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
Well, in that case, she's going to take a look around and see if she can find anything that's not there.
Okay.
And I'm going to play a card to do so.
Okay.
So that's
7.
Mhm.
And a good.
13.
So 13. Okay. As you scan around, you don't see anything out of the ordinary that shouldn't be there. It's quiet. You wonder. I mean, they seem to have left the inspectors seem to have left the place. That's odd, but not necessarily dangerous. Could be negligent.
She's not sure about that. She's used to working with... Well, she's worked with Don Fernando. He's not usually negligent. At least not in her experience. Although it is possible that the men he was working with were.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same. We're in the room
Where the body was.
where the body
Yes.
was. Yeah.
Alright, well, let's see if we can find what people wanted us find behind the bookshelf.
So
And,
if you remember, the walls are clad in shelving.
Yep.
There's the desk on what would be the south wall. There's a window behind it, and at the base of the window, the shelving is more of a cabinet in that spot. And on top of it is where you have your liquors and liquor glasses, where Oberon first noted the poison to begin with. To the left of that cabinet is the bookshelf. The second from the bottom is where the black-bound books were that you noticed the 2 were missing, of the ones that held the ciphers.
Well, I guess that's where I will start. I will go down there and I will start knocking at the back, see if it sounds hollow.
Okay. The back of that shelf does not sound hollow. What is your athletics?
Average.
Average. Okay. And your perception is great, correct?
Yes.
As you walked over, you readjusted after knocking. You end up kicking the baseboard, and you notice that there are extra creases on the baseboard, as if there's a piece that is not part of the longer strip that goes across. Could be a repair, could be something different.
I'm gonna hit my heel into that spot again several times.
And you'll see that it pops open.
Well, apparently my brother did know what he was talking about.
Interesting.
Tucked very tightly into that space is a thin black-bound book.
I reach in to grab it.
Does it have silver edging on the pages?
Well, you can only see the spine from here. And as she inches it out, because it's tucked in there tightly, it's almost as if it is a hair larger than the space that it occupies. And you have to pull it out, and you notice, yes, it is gilded. The pages are gilded in silver along the edges.
It appears so. Is this what Bastiana was telling you to get?
No, that's what Bastiano had in his hand and was running from a bunch of unseelie fae with. So, I vote we take it and we get out of here.
Sounds good to me. Here you go.
Thank you. Hide that one back. Oberon, you good to go? I don't feel like we should stay here. Maybe get back to the hotel where we can, be more secure.
I fixed the baseboard to look exactly how it did before.
Okay.
Or even better, so there's no freezing.
Do we bring the other books with us?
Why not?
We'll bring the whole collection of... Oberon is gonna pick up, like, the whole collection of tomes, the black ones.
Okay. As you scanned around, you do notice some of the latent energies that you saw before on a handful of the items. They're not active, but there was magic in some of these at some point.
At some point, so it's not like it's latent magical energy in the sense that it's just dormant.
You can't tell just by scanning with sense magic. You can just tell that at least 5 of the items that are trinkets on the wall were vessels for magic at some point or have dormant magic within them.
I'll grab 2 of them for research.
Okay.
Anything else we're taking?
Well, if you want to go into the cellar and pick up some more wine.
No, it's fine. I can have that delivered to the room. I also have a much better bar there. All right. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Sure.
As the party leaves and exits, and the Zeppelin lifts off again into the night sky, you will see a car pulling up. Looks like one of the inspector's cars. As the new shift starts their evening at the De Salinas Manor. And we cut across the sky as our cast makes their way back to Barcelona. And Carolina very discreetly drops off the Contessa and Isolina and Oberon wherever they please with Santi.
The hotel.
Okay. She'll drop you off on the rooftop next to the roof access ladder.
That's useful.
And say, I will park this somewhere less conspicuous.
Would be ideal.
And isn't it a good thing I'm on a first name basis with the concierge? He will not ask any questions.
Excellent. Inside, the 3 of you pour over the books in front of you, and you notice the silver book is the Rosetta Stone to the keys. It's not simply a language cipher. They are spells. And as this fey magic is uttered by Oberon, the letters on the book that is open, whichever one you have open at the time, swirl on the page until they're translated into the language of the native tongue of whomever is holding that book. There are details on a variety of people. Some secrets are much more benign than others. Some of them are much, much worth killing for. Do you inspect any of them in particular?
Well, the torn pages?
I vote for that.
On the torn pages, you will find details on a group, a particular organization that seems to contain the name. Where is it? I lost that page. Sorry. It's called the Congress of the Iron Master. One particular entry is about an unseelie shapeshifter named Ruakyu.
Rolkul is the name on the back of the painting of the Iron Master in the main room.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly, Ruakyu has lived many lifetimes that were not theirs to possess, and has changed the lives of many people, but was outcast even by the unseelie for their undying love for the one called the Iron Master, bordering on an obsession that has led them to kill over and over again.
Well then.
Do you seek out your own secrets, or do you leave them?
Well, I mean, I know mine. I don't need to seek it out in the book.
But do you want to leave it in the book? That's why I ask if you seek it out.
I do. I'm curious what it says.
Okay. It says what you think it does. It tells you everything. Details, names, places.
Ooh,
All
makes
about
sense.
this person.
Oh, all of that information I would rather not have out there. So I will.
Then, yeah, we'll tear the page out.
You can go right ahead. It's going to say exactly what I expect, that my brother-in-law hates me.
We'll go to the Contessa, do the same thing, tear the page out.
Okay. Does anybody try to seek out Jasser's name, or do you leave it be?
Oh, we should probably at least put their privacy.
Yeah, the Contessa will flip through it, not really reading it, but looking for the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably just, not read it, tear the page out, and throw it in the fire or something.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And as you've completed that, you will get a distinct impression that those secrets have dissipated in the smoke. You see the smoke swirl and twirl into words and letters and then dissipate into the air. Gone for good. At least you hope this time. One thing of note about the Iron Master is that they are pushing for war again. They're pushing Prussia to make their move.
Is there any? I doubt it. But in any of the books, is there anything about an Iron Master?
Oh yeah, all of those torn pages include not only about Ruakyu, but because there was about 10 pages that were torn out, 8 of them are on the Iron Master in particular, and the Congress of the Iron Master and its inner workings.
Do you mind? I think we should make a copy of this. And she'll take those pages and back to her room and write them out.
Okay.
I would do so at least in a code, Contessa.
Fine, you're going to be hanging around anyways. You should. Yes, I'm sending a letter to my mother.
Well, go ahead. You're going to be hanging around anyways. That's a wonderful choice.
The most polite. As we trail away from the three working through the books, there's a flash of verdant green and an ivory castle made of the most pure alabaster wood. And inside, there are the sounds of laughter, gasps at dramatic moments, and the roar of an appreciative and cheering crowd of Fae as Jasser finishes their one-man rendition of Romeo and Juliet. What can we do for you, our dear actor? How can we repay you for such a lovely performance?
The reason that I am here is I have stories to give. Many, many stories to give. I have faces that I put on, but I thirst. I crave more. I want to understand and learn. I want more stories.
Ah. Then we will have to introduce you to our Fable Master so you can learn our stories. I believe you'll do them justice.
If it would please the court, and if you would permit me, after learning these stories, I would like to go home.
Of course.
I would serve at your pleasure, of course. If you want another story, I have many to tell.
Tell us your favorite then.
It may sound a little familiar. Have you heard of A Midsummer Night's Dream?
Why, no. But I've had dreams in midsummer. Glorious ones. Tell me of yours.
I can only imagine, but this is probably a little bit more human. And Jasser will start in at the prelude.
Excellent. And that, my dear friends, is where we will end Season 1 of Adventures in Castle Falkenstein. Thank you so much for joining us on this lovely ride, the last 10 episodes. And stay tuned, as Season 2 is around the corner, is it not, Simon?
Indeed, it is. Actually, we will not be back next week, as I believe it is the July 4th long weekend, so we will be on hiatus. We should be back on the 12th of July.
I thought we were going for the 19th.
The 19th? Oh,
19th.
yeah, my bad. Yeah, 19th of July. Ooh, brain. Yeah, we'll start back on the 19th of July.
Okay.
Yeah, the week of the 15th. Yeah, sorry. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 3. Counting
weeks.
is bad.
No,
1,
it's 2
2.
weeks. You're right.
No, 3. Because
Oh, yeah,
1
2
week
weeks
is the
off.
5th, then the 12th,
right.
then the 19th. And
right.
with new and returning faces, well, new faces not among the players, but amongst the characters.
Yes. The lady detectives will return, yes?
Mm-hmm. And the magician will take his break and swap places with a very interesting fella, is all I can say. I believe we should go around the table, tell us who you are, where we can find you, and tell us, or tell the people that are watching, what was your best moment of the season? And if you want, I can start with my my most favorite moment of the season, and I think it's got to be when we gave chase to the shapeshifter. Like, because everything, all the investigation, all the mysteries, all the social weaving led to that one moment when we had them. And we took off after them. And that one scene, like, I want that art done of the four of us. How we reacted sitting in the car was typical of our characters. With Iselina peeking out the window, firing her pistol, Oberon working his magic, the Contessa sassing out Carolina, and Jacer pointing out and helping out the group. I don't know. There was a thing in that moment when, I don't know. It was like a teamwork moment that, because we were separate. Well, we were sort of separated the whole campaign. So, yeah. That was it. How about you, Kenny?
Yeah, my favorite moment. I think Jacer was always looking for a stage, and I think one of the favorite moments was when we were first investigating the dilapidated house, and they were with the Contessa, and they just saw that floor, and it was a magnificent open stage, and they were like, "Let's dance," and yeah, I think that was like a great moment for Jacer.
What about you, Contessa?
I enjoyed all of it. This was so much fun. I enjoyed the lady detectives figuring things out and then just being sass queens to everyone around them in the best way. I loved the fact that it was like a grand performance of just like, sure, I'm gonna waltz with Jacer. I'll just waltz across this empty house. This is entirely fun. I loved the scene in the car, which was hilarious. I also loved little things that were just like that we would pick up randomly or that we would do, and it's just like, this is gonna be a thing now. This is what it is, and we're gonna have fun with it. And I loved all of it. It was great. I can't wait for next season.
And BB.
I think my favorite moment was when we were dealing with the infernal machine, the before and the after, and the adventures in the wine cellar. Because I thought, very much like the car, it really accentuated who our characters were, dealing with that and who we are as people, a bunch of winos. So I really liked all of us, from Oberon being like, I can't hear you, I broke it, to the Contessa taking all of the papers, every single one, after each secret came out. It's just there, just being like, what the fuck? I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I came for wine, and suddenly this happens. How dare? Oh man, and Iselina just hiding all the things in the wine cellar and taking a bunch of the pieces after the Contessa and Oberon led everyone astray or away from the area. I love that entire scene.
Cool. And what about you, Chris? What was your favorite moment?
I think my favorite moment was when I realized that I needed to do something more with Santi Ramirez than I had originally planned, which was nothing, because he was a bit character that I had no, like off the cuff, had no inclination to bring him along past the party scene. But the moment that you all seemed to warm up to him, my brain went, Santi's now a thing. I don't know what kind of thing yet, but Santi's a thing, and we're going to have to make that plot point meaningful in some way, shape, or form.
What was his secret?
What was his secret?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never fleshed him out that much.
I should have asked it out, like, while we were in the book. Oh, I'm gonna check Santi's secret. And it's gonna be some like mundane thing that the kid was worried about at the party, but it's like, oh, I know you stole candies at the grocery store that one time.
It probably would have been something like that, or trespassing, or something of that nature, sneaking out at night, hiding something from his parents. I don't know. It would have been something mundane. You are right. I just don't know. I never fleshed that part out.
Oh, I thought of another favorite moment when we all told each other our secrets. All
Or
those
not.
moments.
Yeah, you never knew Jocelyn's secret.
We
No.
never knew Joser's secret. We knew that Iselina's secret had to do with someone else,
Mm-hmm.
and she never said what. I actually think the only person who said her secret was the Contessa.
I did.
Yeah. You don't
No,
know
you
my
didn't.
secret.
I took it out of the machine. It was that I love someone who I'm
And
not
there was
supposed
a-
to love.
Yeah, secret. Yeah, that's what it was.
I didn't say names because I was like,
Yeah.
not my decision to spread.
Yeah.
It takes
Well,
two to tango.
That it also didn't write anything more because the machine wasn't fully activated when you all were playing around with it, because nobody turned it on.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So it was kind of in like sleep mode, and you got just enough for it to try and do something. But yeah.
I would like to know what was Jacer's secret.
Jocelyn's secret is that he was born François Petit. He was not Jocer. He was born the lowly son of a flower shopkeeper.
Oh.
Have to keep the stage name.
Yep. So they were completely made up and afraid of being found out, and someone telling them that they know their secret, well, that threatens everything.
So then, what's Oberon's secret if he knows everybody else's?
And the secret is, I never actually wrote one. My deepest, darkest secret is something that Oberon is afraid of, but I honestly, as a player, never bothered to have one. And if it was ever going to be revealed, I would have turned to Chris and say, you decide, and I will play with it.
Gotcha. All I knew is, or I knew that it was somehow connected to your family's shame.
Oh yeah, well there's that, but it's not that dark of a secret. I mean, he's a descendant of Milady the Winters.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
But I mean, also look at what the machine gave about the Contessa, that her brother-in-law hated her. Effectively.
The reason I'm not supposed to love them is because they're a lower class than me. That's the secret.
Oh wow.
They're below. Yeah. I can't actually be. I'm engaged to somebody who's a lower tier class than me, and that's absolutely
Not just in love, engaged.
Yeah, I'm engaged with somebody of a lower
Oh.
class, planning to get married, which is total faux pas.
Going to run away and elope. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you have a Zeppelin to elope now.
Yeah, there you go. Just
Like,
figure
there
out how to.
There were plans.
You ruined the mystery of season 2. That was going to be the whole plot line.
The whole plot line that I was trying
Season
to get
2
married.
is just a marriage season. Like the whole
no,
thing
it'll be-
is
it'll
we're
be great.
plotting a
It
Selena.
was just going to be destination wedding. That's all.
Yeah.
And I,
It'll be great.
Season
Somebody,
2's opening scene is going to be the reception.
Yeah.
it'll be great. Somebody will say that the Isolina needs a wedding, and the Contessa's like, "I got this. Don't worry. I know some people. We got people over here. We got people over here. What do you mean they don't want to get married? No. Let's go. We're gonna have a wedding."
and the greatest gift anyone could give me is another murder mystery. So
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Just as long as it's not the other party at the wedding.
My next character is a captain, so he's allowed to officiate
There you go.
oh, there we go.
the wedding. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Godless Lawyer. Of course, there'll be an open bar. It's this.
Who do you
If there-
think I
If
am?
there's not an open bar, it's not appropriate.
It's
Next season, more drinking. Just more drinking.
Yeah.
every time.
Wine for everyone.
Every scene. If we have one scene where someone's not drinking, we haven't done our jobs.
That's a
I
problem.
want you to know that the Contessa got through all of the whole second day until the point that just before she kissed Oberon without drinking.
I thought you had a mimosa for breakfast.
No.
Isn't that why you fainted? Because you hadn't drank in a while.
That's actually the secret behind you falling unconscious. It was all like detoxing.
Your blood was too thick. Your blood was just too thick.
She had a cappuccino for breakfast.
Right.
Iselina had the mimosa. I had the
Yes.
cappuccino.
Right. That's right.
So we need to change the overlay for next season. It needs to be just a cellar.
Just wine.
Wine cellar.
Instead
the
of a
vineyard.
castle, it's wine.
Yeah.
I have some family. We own some land in Sicilia. It's a beautiful vineyard. You would love it. It's good. We'll go over there.
In
We'll
season
change
3
each
is
one
the
of the frames
intervention.
to like the cask of Amontillado, that kind of thing.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
All right.
Well then.
Thank you, everybody. Where can let's do outros.
Yeah, let's do outros. Where can we find you, Chris?
You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. You can also find me on Fridays, starting up again on the 19th, here for Adventures in Castle Falkenstein as the host, and every Sunday as a player over on Soul Bear RPG for the Shattered Eye. Next.
All right. Yep. Kenny, where can we find you?
Hi, you can find me on Twitter at Punderdrone. I am a part of the Experience Points Network. Tomorrow, we are streaming our Starfinder campaign on our Twitch TV/Experience Points. We are streaming Starfinder from 11 a.m. Pacific or 2 p.m. Eastern. And we also have a podcast that comes out every Wednesday of that Starfinder campaign. And we have a Numenera game that comes out every other Friday called Cumenera. Check us out there. And PB is also on that Starfinder campaign.
Hey, speaking of PB, where can we find you?
Hi, you can find me on at PB Plays Inside on Twitter and Twitch. I stream Thursdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays, the other way around at 6 p.m. 6:30 p.m. We'll see that one. I usually start at 7, but sometimes I start earlier. p.m. Central Standard Time. Playing some random games, variety gaming. I'm playing through the Borderlands 2 DLC that recently dropped, so that's been a lot of fun, the Commander Lilith DLC. And I am on Mondays on the Greyhawk channel playing The Grove Where We Met, playing some D&D as it should be on the Greyhawk channel, with Nomadic being our DM. It's a fun game. On Fridays, I'm on this game. On Saturdays, I am playing in the at noon over on Experience Points, playing a character named Yasoki, which is like a small rat person, named Yi, who has killer aim and loves millennial humor. So that is what I do.
All right, and Deirdre.
Hey y'all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre Donlan on Twitter or Praxagora Thesmiophoria as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. And as for me, well, tomorrow I'll be back here for the finale of Go West, the end of a 6-month campaign of our wonderful Pope Cthulhu craziness. I'll come hang out and see what we do there. How that ends, that'll be great. Sunday, back over on the Soul Bear RPG with Simon and Chris as the Shattered Fam takes on a keep. And things are fine. Everything's fine. Things are fine. We have a guest this week, though. We do.
Killed someone's mom.
I didn't know that at the time. And it was, everybody else was like, yes, this construct is gonna die. Should stop doing this. Fine. I'm gonna reach into where it's connected to things and pull things. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, wait, apparently it had a soul. In which case she's even more okay with it because, the tomb and things that happened there. The dead should stay dead and not walking around in bodies, even if those bodies are mechanical.
Yep. We were pretty traumatized.
We are a very traumatized family. But we have a guest this week.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so come check that out. That'll be fun. And then on Tuesday, we don't have any dark matter.
Nope.
We're done. We're off. So
We're
yeah.
off for the week. Yeah, actually, tomorrow is our last show of the season. So the finale for Go West tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. You can see our good cow people get probably killed by a eldritch horror from outer space, or go crazy. You know, it's either or, really, at this point. What?
Why are you ruling out both?
Yeah, or both. That could also happen. But after that, we'll be on hiatus for about a week or two. 2 weeks for our regular shows, but probably just a week for streaming. We'll have a few one-shots coming in 2 weeks. I'm still working out the details for that. But our new shows that I can announce, because we have the full lineup now. On Monday, you can still find me on Role Players, DMing Age of Arcana, my homebrew campaign setting, which is a world of science and sorcery. On Tuesdays, we will be reprising Dark Matter Season 3 at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesdays, we will debut our Acquisition Incorporated completely improvised campaign. So no prep from the GM, no prep from anyone. We're just playing and going along with the zaniness. On Thursday, we will not have a show next season. Yay, I'll have a day off. On Friday, we will come back for Season 2 of Castle Falkenstein. And Saturday will be our new Vampire the Masquerade campaign, starting in 3 weeks. And then on Sunday, you can find me over on Soulbear RPG with Chris and Deirdre, where we play the Shattered Eye. And that is all I had to say, or almost. As always, our streams are sponsored by Mage Hand Press. If you are interested in books such as Dark Matter or Taverns and Tankards, their newest book about drinking and tavern owning and all that, you can go on their store at store.magehandpress.com, and if you use coupon code WanderingDM, you get 15% off anything you purchase in that store. Before we go, let us raid my friend Jess over at Little Cup of Joe, who's probably doing tabletop RPGs tonight. Cuppa with 2 P's. Yep. So playing RPGs, probably Ryutama, but I'm not sure. We'll see about when we get there, but let's spread the love. And thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for playing, and we will see you again in 3 weeks' time. Bye-bye, everyone.